Hey, you guys, it's magic bean time. I'm gonna make beans appear in my hand. What? Okay, so they were already in there, and that wasn't a very good trick, was it? No, what I am going to do with these cool magic beans, I'm going to make them dance. How cool, huh? You can do it at home too. It's really easy. You just need a see-through glass or a jar. I'm going to use a jar and some dry beans, right? And we're going to put them in the jar. Ah, that's silly. They're not dancing. Well, we need our special ingredient. What we have here is a carbonated soda, right? Carbonated beverages are filled with a gas called carbon dioxide. Now, you've probably heard that word before, right? It's the air we breathe out. We breathe in oxygen when we breathe out carbon dioxide. So, what they do when they bottle this at the factory, they put in that carbon dioxide and then they seal it up. That's why when we open it, it gives us that cool taste. That's actually the gas emitting from the bottle. How cool is that, huh? So when it does that, the gas comes out into space in between the molecules of the liquid, and when it does that, it forms little bubbles. You probably have seen them maybe in your pops or sodas before, those little bubbles that right on the glass, and also they give you that little fuzzy feeling when you have a little drink, don't they? So now I'm going to use a crazy word called density. Density. Da, da, da. It's actually not that bad. Density is a word we use to describe how much space an object or substance takes up. So how much of this density is taken up by this soda in the bottle, right? It's the volume in relation to the amount of matter that an object or substance. So, long story short, and it might not make all that much sense, but basically another way to put this is density is the amount of mass per unit of volume. Very scientific, people. If an object is heavy and compact, then it's very dense, right? But if it's not and it's very loose, then it's not very dense. So, these bubbles, once we pour them in here, are going to combine the density of the beans, and the gas is less than the density of the soda. So here we go. I'm going to just show you first, and we'll talk a little bit more about density here as we go. Ready? Listen. Did you hear that? Did you hear the carbon dioxide emit from our bottle? Pretty cool. So now, oh, can you see those little bubbles there? Ooh, there's our carbon dioxide. So I'm going to pour them into my glass. I'm going to give it kind of a lot there so we can really dance, man. I like a good dance. So now I have filled up my jar with my special. I'm going to take my beans, put a few in there. All right. So now, dance. Look at them. Abracadabra, they're dancing. So now what's happening? Do you see how they go up and down, up and down? That all has to do with that crazy density word. The bubbles get to stay. Here, let me kind of get a little closer so you can see. So these bubbles get and stay on the beans until the combined density of the beans and gas is less than the density of the soda. This makes the beans float to the surface as an object does when it is less dense than the liquid it is being submerged in. However, when the beans reach the surface, the bubbles pop. Once a bean is no longer covered in the gas bubbles, it is more dense. Great job. Then the soda. So what does it do? It sinks back down to the bottom. And once at the bottom, the bean accumulates all those fuzzy little gas bubbles, right? You can see them on there. And then again, it rises to the surface, creating a super fun cha-cha-cha dance. All right, you guys, you make the beans dance at home. Show me how you can do it. Have fun.